Good morning, everyone. Mr. Sagi here with another amazing Learn to Mod instructional video. So today is a very hot day, and so what better way to cool off than with a nice and wonderful water slide? That's what we're going to be building today. So I've got it built right here. You can see that it's not too crazy in terms of code, but let's go ahead and test it out in the simulator, get a good look at what it's like. So here we go. So, what we're going to do, where should we build it? You know what, this looks like a good spot right over here. We got some nice pretty trees and everything. So here we go. We'll place our slide down like bam. And look at that. We've got ourselves a nice, beautiful water slide for us to slide down. But the problem is that, the worst part about a water slide is that once you go down, you got to go all the way back up the top with a big long staircase, and that's a big pain. So what we're going to do instead is we're just going to sit right down here, and I'm just going to click the mouse button, and bam! Look at that. Instantly all the way at the top. Oh. Let's try that again. Bam! Look at that. Instantly back up at the top. Now we've got this nice, beautiful, cool water slide. Whee! Lots of fun. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get to that. I'll do a jump cut away. I'm going to go down my water slide a few more times. So if you aren't here already, you're going to want to hop onto your home page and then click play and then click on mods. And we're going to create a new mod right down here. Let's go ahead and call it water slide. And then click Blockly multiplayer. And then click see inside. And then click code. Let's go ahead and get started here. So the water slide, well, a water slide, when you think about it, really is basically like a set of stairs, or at least stairs are as close as we're going to get in this Minecraft world here. So we're going to go ahead and create some stairs, just in about the same way that we did last time. So we'll go ahead and create a main function to hold all of our code, and we'll get ourselves a new drone. We'll name him D, as always. There we go. And we'll stick that guy right on up there. And once again, please feel free to follow along with me as I go. Go ahead and pause as needed. So we'll create a new drone, and we'll tell the drone to move up, and we'll tell the drone to move forwards, and we'll tell the drone to place blocks of type, let's go ahead and you can make it out of pretty much anything you want, except ice. We learned last time that apparently ice will freeze your water, so unless you want a frozen water slide, probably don't use ice. So we'll go ahead and use a diamond block. Let's stick that right in there. And here's another really important thing that you guys should make sure to do with your code. Test it as much as possible. Every time you've made a change of some sort, if you think the code will work, give it a try and test it out. The reason for this is because it's a lot easier to test your code and find mistakes that you've made when there's not that much written down. So let's see if this works. Oh, yep, see example? That's not a staircase, is it? That's a single block. So what are we missing here? We're probably missing a loop. So let's go ahead and let's stick a loop right there. Perfect. Let's give it another go. Jump cut. Wow. Okay, here we go. Bam, look at that. Beautiful staircase, just like that. So now let's think about our water slide for a second. So we've got stairs right here, but a water slide is basically water on top of a slide. So our stairs in this case. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to place water on top of our stairs here. Now there's a couple different ways that we can do this, but I've got my own favorite little way of doing it. I'll show you right now. What we're going to want to do is, let's say that we have a staircase right here. What we basically want to do is we want to build a second staircase on top of this that's made of water. So let me give you an example. I haven't done it yet, but if I put a staircase here, you can see if we just have this second staircase going up be made of water instead, it'll flow down and off the sides of the first staircase and will give us a beautiful little water slide. So let's go back to our code and let's go ahead and give that a go. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to rename this function to stairs. Because the thing is that we want to build two staircases, so we don't really want to be copying this code a bunch of times. If we just save this as a function, then we can reuse it every time that we want to. So let's go ahead and set that aside. And let's make a new main function. So click on click on functions. Let's grab a new one right here and just name it main. Now, we did find out that capitalization does matter on this one, so make sure that you use all lowercase letters, okay? And now, if we go and just click here and then pull stairs into the main function, this should work exactly the same. In fact, let's test it to double check. Here, I'll jump cut to where I've got it. Jump cut. Okay, here we go. Bam. So yep, it works exactly the same, which is perfect. That means that we didn't break anything. Woohoo! For not breaking stuff. So now what we're going to want to do is, remember, we want to make two staircases sitting on top of each other. So let's go ahead and let's make a new staircase. Bam. So now we're saying, okay, make two staircases, but here's the problem. So this function is going to run, it's going to create a new drone wherever we are, and it's going to make a staircase. And then what's going to happen is that it's going to make a new drone, exactly where we are, and build a staircase right on top of the old one. Not sitting on top of it, but in the exact same squares. So if we go ahead and run this now, we'll see that it won't look any different. It's going to just build us the same staircase. See? So right now it creates this staircase and then it deletes the blocks and puts down an exact identical looking staircase. What we want to do is we want to tell the staircase to move a little bit, move one block in this direction or one block in this direction, instead of just building directly where it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to add in a new move function into our stair function here. So here we go. So go ahead and tell your drone to move, let's say, backwards a distance of, well, here's the thing. We need to make it so that the distance that he moves is actually a variable that we can change over in the main function here. Because we want him to stay in one spot when he first runs it, and then move the second time that we run it. So what we're going to do, let's create a new variable. We'll put that right at the start here. And let's go ahead and name this variable offset. Okay? So we're going to offset one staircase from the other one. And now let's go ahead and grab us a math block right here. Set offset to 0. Perfect. And now we'll tell the drone to move offset. Okay? And let's just get rid of that number block. We don't need that anymore. So now we're setting offset to 0. We're going to make some stairs, and the drone is going to move backwards that offset, which is just 0 at the moment, so it's not doing anything. But now, before we make the second set of stairs, we're going to change offset. So let's go ahead and set offset to, now let's get another math block, and let's get the nice +1, the second one down here. Slap that in there, and grab us another math block. Just go ahead and set that to 1, stick that there. Let's grab an offset variable. You should see it right down on the bottom here. Slap that right in there. Okay? So now, offset is 0. Now we're going to make a staircase. And then we're going to change offset to 1. And now we'll make a staircase, but now the drone is going to move back that new distance of 1. Okay? So let's go ahead and see what that does for us. Here we go. And look at that. We now have a 2-thick staircase. So now comes the next tricky part. We need to make sure that these blocks here are made of water and not diamonds. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So the way that we're going to do this is actually with another variable. Believe it or not, variables, they can hold more than just numbers or drones. They can hold pretty much anything. So in this case, we're going to have a variable that's going to hold a type of block. So let's go ahead and let's click a new variable. And let's stick this right up at the top. And let's go ahead and call this variable material. So that means what material we're going to be building the staircase out of, okay? So we have material variable, and let's go ahead and set that material to diamond blocks, okay? So click on materials and diamond block, bam, just like that. So now we're going to start, and we're going to say every time that we say material, we mean diamond block, okay? Now let's get rid of the drone, let's get rid of this diamond block here, and replace it with material. Now remember, material is diamond block, so this should run exactly the same. And in fact, if we go ahead and test this in the simulator, we should see that yes, nothing has changed. But now the fun thing is that we can change variables anytime that we want. So now, after we build the first staircase, we want material to be water instead. So let's go ahead and change our material. So grab a new variable thing and say set material to, and let's grab ourselves some water. Water, 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 QRSTUVW, water. Bam. So now, when we tell the function to run, it's going to make a staircase using diamond blocks as the material, and then it's going to change the offset, or sorry, it's going to change the material to water, and it's going to change the offset so the staircase is a little bit off-center now, and then it will build that new staircase, moving it a little bit, and using water instead of diamond blocks. So let's go ahead and see if that works. Jump cut! Woo! Jump cut! Here we go, let's see if this works. Bam! Oh yeah, look at that! That is a beautiful looking water slide right there. And, you know, we can go ahead and we can play around this a little bit. We can swim up the sides. We can climb up to the top. And if you want to slide on down it, I recommend holding the space bar so you jump a little bit. But plenty of fun that can be had here. However, there is one more thing that we're going to do. We're going to make it so that we can just build a tower instantly underneath ourselves anytime that we want to get back up to the top here. So we're going to use a new thing called events. So let's go ahead back to our code. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to make a function to build a tower. So let's go ahead and go to functions, and let's just create a new one here, and let's go ahead and name it tower. Okay? And now, well, I'll go ahead and let you guys make your tower. If you want to just skip to where I'm done making my tower, go ahead and click the flashing numbers that are probably on the screen somewhere, maybe down here if I can figure it out. We'll see. Anyways, but if you need some help, feel free to keep on watching and I will walk you through it. So, to build a tower, first thing you want to do is click on make a new variable. And, well, we're going to make a new drone, sorry. So, get a variable, set it to D, and let's grab a drone, and there we go. New drone, bam. And now, let's grab ourselves a nice loop, because remember, we're going to want to loop our function a little bit. Let's grab a drone and say, okay, drone, we want you to place some diamond blocks. Oh, wait, and make sure that you grab diamond blocks, not diamonds, because diamonds will just give you the item and it doesn't really work. So diamond block is what you want. And then we want to say, okay, drone, move in the direction up. So now what we'll do is when we run tower, we'll have a new drone created. And then we'll repeat this 10 times. We'll say drone, place a diamond block, then move up, then place a diamond block and move up, so on and so forth. And that should create us a tower. Alright, everyone all good? And welcome back to everyone else. You probably clicked the time on the bottom. So here we go. What we're going to do now is we've got this function floating out here, but we don't actually have any point where we tell the computer to run this function. So it knows how to build a tower, but we're never telling it to. The thing is, we don't want to just stick tower in here because then it will just build a tower on top of our water slide, and we don't want that. We want it to only build a tower when we tell it to. So we need to have some way of giving it input. So what we're going to do is we're going to use an event. Let's go ahead and click event. And right here, you'll see a bunch of different functions here. What we're going to want is the third one down. It says do function blank when blank happens, okay? So let's grab this and let's just slap that right on the bottom, right under stairs. So what we want to do is we want to say when we click the mouse button, do function tower. So it will build a tower. So what we're going to do is go ahead and click events and then click this button down here. This shows all the different events that we can have. Let's go ahead and stick that in the second hole and then click that and switch that to player interact. So player interact is basically just a way of saying when you click the mouse button. And now we need to get do function blank. So let's go find that. So do function is a little bit tricky to find because it's not actually down in functions. It's going to be under miscellaneous. So MISC stands for miscellaneous, which means just other random stuff. So click on that and you'll find this one. It should be the fourth one down. It says function name. So let's go ahead and grab that and stick that right into that hole. And where it says function name, go ahead and write tower. Okay? And make sure that you write it exactly as you've written it down on your function, okay? If you've changed this, then the computer doesn't know what you're talking about. So now we're saying every time that we click the mouse button, build a tower. Let's go ahead and let's give that a test. Here we go, test in the simulator. Okay, so let's build ourselves a water slide. Perfect, look at that, that looks brilliant. And let's go ahead and click our mouse button. Wow, look at that. Here we are up at the very top. Whee! That was a great time. Now the only final thing that we need for this water slide to be absolutely complete is to bring in some friends. So here we go. Oh look, look guys, it's Yon Shark. Oh, and it's Danny Drone as well. Look at them go. Boy, they're having a lot of fun up on that water slide there. Boy. Well, I hope that you guys have some fun with your water slides as well. And if you have any questions, once again, feel free to let me know. Have fun!